morning, design enthusiast. Welcome back to the channel. I reviewed the McGee & Co. 2024 holiday collection, and I thought it would be a great idea to also review the Studio McGee in collaboration with Target 2024 holiday collection. They've been having a collaboration for many years now, but as I said previously, their Target collection is way more affordable. It's one of the reasons why people gravitate towards the Studio McGee style a lot, because they can achieve this very designer look on a budget. So let's go ahead and review this video together.
Welcome to the behind the scenes of our photo shoot for our newest holiday collection.
This is such a beautiful, beautiful curb appeal. The door, the wreath, the garland, the flowers by the side of the house. It's very warm, very inviting. I really like it.
Collection with Target. I'm going to show you 5 tips for holiday decorating. Lots of greenery. I love the look of greenery.
The curb appeal actually reminds me of the McGee & Co. 2024 collection as well, but I think this one has a more streamlined look than the other one she showed us, which was way more traditional.
In the holidays, it really just brings everything to life, and this front porch is a good example of how you can layer all different styles of greenery together. So we've got the garlands. You don't need a big porch to have a garland moment. You can do a great look with garland just around the door itself. I love this wreath because it has this really interesting shape that directs downward.
It's a beautiful wreath. It kind of looks like a heart shape. I love the fact that it's actually draping, like she said. I think it gives it like a very, very unique look. It also makes it come alive even more, the fact that it's draping down. And it's the perfect size for the door. You know, in my video, I talked about how people tend to go really small for the wreath, but with the wreath, you always want to consider the width and the length. This is like the perfect size for this door.
And then it has a nice natural detail at the top. I love to mix natural details even in the holidays, like these cute wicker planters that are on the trees on either side of the front.
That's a cute tree. The planters are also really nice.
Door, and then again, you're seeing another natural element with the front doormat. You want to create a focal point in your space, and I'm going to show you 3.
Beautiful mantle. I mean, this mantle, it's just gorgeous. The view is perfect. It's absolutely beautiful. The sconces are perfect. The stockings, the perfect holiday color. The garland, it's full. It's nice. It's very rich. The little Christmas trees, oh, this is interesting. This is like a picture frame, and that's kind of where they hung the stockings. That's a really different look. So perhaps you can, have different photos of your family members to so instead of putting the name on the stocking itself, they actually put a picture frame holder. That's a very, very unique touch. I like that a lot.
3 different mantle looks so that you can design it in your own way. The first look I have here, we went maximal with our styling. We have this really beautiful garland, and I wanted to incorporate these deep burgundy and then brighter red tones throughout it. You get that sprig of the leaves and then the berries, which I love, that it adds some color, and it's a great way to tie in other accessories like these stockings. These stockings are really cute with the scallop, and we designed these new stockings.
Oh, I could barely even see the scallops. Oh, okay. Okay. It's nice. It's subtle.
Holders that I'm really excited about because you can personalize your space so easily by adding in a picture of your own. If you want this full maximal look, don't forget to pick up multiple garlands so that it can extend past the ends and then drape all the way to the floor. We didn't stop with just a garland and stockings. We went beyond. We layered in front of the mirror. We have this really, really pretty print here. It has some green. It ties into the garland. And then we have these vintage inspired gold trees. And I love that they are adding that soft kind of glam look, and then they tie in with the stocking holders. We also did sconces on the sides of the mirror, and I love the plaid pleated shade on them. It reads holiday because we paired it with holiday greenery, but these are so cute and charming all year round. The second look is all about the stockings. We use this beautiful
This is a very fun stocking as well. It's different. The pattern is it's really nice. It's like red, yellow, and then deep red or deep burgundy, and then green as well. It's nice. It's different.
pattern as our jumping off point to build the entire look. So we have a really great deep red and golden tone and green, and you can see that pulled into all of the pieces behind me. We have the nutcrackers, which I think this natural tone ties into this kind of natural golden
The nutcrackers are a really nice touch. It's different.
tone happening through the pattern, as well as the really cute Merry Christmas sleigh and Santa behind me with the red mat. I love that you're getting a really strong hit of color anywhere you place this. I love leaned artwork on a mantle, but this would look good leaned on a console or hung in a vignette. We did this really great garland here that you saw in the previous look, but I also would love these stockings with the magnolia because you can see like the back side of the magnolia leaf really ties into the colors that we have on the stocking. The stockings are also offered in a coordinating tree skirt. There's one more thing.
Oh, that's nice. That's another way to kind of bring continuity into your design. There's a stocking and also the tree skirt being the same pattern. That's a nice touch.
That I want to show you because
And I would recommend being very careful. Like you don't want your decor, your holiday decor to look very matchy matchy. But if you're only repeating patterns in just two places in the same room, that is not a bad idea at all. Like you're not overdoing it. It's just the right, perfect repetition.
it might be one of my favorite pieces in the whole look, and that is the stocking holder. So it is this really beautiful burgundy marble with nice veining and then a brass hook. You can see that that color ties into
One thing I've always wondered is because you have to fill the stockings at some point. Is it really gonna hold the entire time? I don't know. I guess depending on what you're filling your stockings with, but I'm always very careful of, the weight of the holder itself. Is it actually gonna hold what you're gonna put in the stocking eventually? Questions for you to consider.
leaf that we have happening here in the garland, and I love the heavyweight, the nice material, and it's a little bit more subtle on this mantle. It's not the focal point, but it's all about the material. For our third mantle look, I'm calling this my evergreen look, and that is a lot of layers of green tones all
It's a very simple look. It's not bad at all. But out of the three looks you just showed us, this is my least favorite, is what I'm trying to say.
together. Let's start with the garland. So we have mixed foliage. When we were designing this, we wanted different types of greenery and textures. So you have this evergreen, and then you have this really nice leaf detail, and then the accents of two types of berries. We have this white berry and then a really pretty soft blue tone that is just a really soft look, but it adds interest throughout the garland. Then we layered more green with the green marble. I love this green marble, and then the green stockings. The detail here is the scale mixing.
And for me, it looks like those oven mittens, the ones from your grandma. And also, it doesn't look like something that you can use year after year. Like the material they've used for the stocking, to me, just comes off looking very cheap. It looks like a one-time thing and then you're done. Sometimes it's a one-time thing. You just buy a new one next year. But if you really want to have like a collection of classic holiday design or holiday decor that you bring in year after year, I would not recommend this stocking right here. The material looks cheap to me. The color doesn't look as bright and vibrant, and I think that's actually what is taken away from this look.
I love that we get a mixed pattern, but it works together and it just really brings these stockings to life. If you're looking to transform the look of your tree, I think that focusing on a new color palette.
This also mimics the McGee & Co. 2024 holiday collection I showed in the previous video, and I reacted to that video as well. This is a nice, I think this is a cheaper way to achieve the exact same look without actually breaking the bank. So for me, if you were to go for the McGee & Co. 2024 collection or the Studio McGee 2024 collection in terms of tree styling, definitely go for the Target collection because I'm sure you will pay cheaper to achieve the exact same look. And this is just as rich. It's just as rich. It's just as colorful. It's pretty unique. I love the bows kind of going in between. The beading garland is beautiful. The rich colors and the bright colors, the deep tones. This is a perfect Christmas tree. You don't need to spend a lot of money on your Christmas tree with Maggie and Co collection, where you can do the exact same thing with the Target collection. The swirl effect is really, it's pretty unique. I like it.
And then I love the way the frame plays off of those gold accents, and it allows you to personalize your tree. You could put these little frames all over your tree and have lots of memories all in one spot. Are you team collar or skirt when you're designing your tree look for the year? I love both and I can't choose, but I have to show you this new collar. It is a wicker material with a scallop all the way around, and I love that it adds that.
It's a classic look, right? It's something you can always bring back year after year. You don't have to rebuy. It's something you will have for many years. So I think for me, if you were to go for the previous one she showed, and this wicked one right here, I would go for this one because you can bring it back.
More natural touch and just a playful kind of scalloped profile, and it stands against this really tall, beautiful tree. But the nice thing is that it works with all different sizes of trees.
And by the way, this is such a beautiful room. It's very calming. It's very cozy. Don't forget the pillows. The pillows are always a good way of decorating for the holidays as well. Again, this is like the classic Studio McGee furniture placement, right? You have the full couch, and then you have the ottomans, and you have the chair, the armchairs to the side, and then you have the coffee table, and then you have the wicker look. This is why I love the Studio Mega style. You can literally replicate the exact same look in your home by just paying close attention to the kind of material that she's using. But a lot of this design style, it's very much approachable. And that's what a lot of people kind of fell in love with her style, right? Some people hate on it for whatever reason. It can be approachable. It doesn't have to break the bank. So you can never go wrong.
Add that holiday feel into your space. There are a few things that I like to do that always work. And the first is to incorporate different types of candles. So I love a holiday scent. I think it just sets the tone as soon as you walk into the space. And I have a candle here. This is a large jar with a really beautiful faceted edge and then a gold rim, and it smells incredible. Then I like to mix the shapes of my candles in the space. So I have
I think she says she doesn't do a lot of letterings in her design. I have to agree. This is not a bad look if you just have like one lettering pillow saying good tidings. That's not bad. But I would be careful to not make that repetitive in the room because it can start looking very tacky or very farmhouse very quickly.
cute Good Tidings pillow, and the pillow here brings the whole color palette together, and then we've paid attention to how the textures and the patterns mix.
And Target generally have really nice pillows. They're affordable, way more affordable than paying $300, $250 for one single pillow. And you have varied sizes as well. So buy pillows from Target rather than maybe the Mickey and Co collection.
So we're contrasting more organic shapes with cleaner lines, and then also looking at smoother textures like what's happening back here with something like this embroidery detail on this wreath pillow. Decorative accents work all year round in your space to add personality. But in the holidays, they really just add that extra charming detail. And so I want to be mindful of how to keep it elevated, but also feel really charming. And I think that the gold reindeer object,
Yeah, it's a nice touch. You can never go wrong with like a gold reindeer or a black reindeer, or maybe a silver reindeer, like a glossy silver reindeer. It's just like a nice way. It's very subtle way of bringing the holidays into your decor.
it feels sophisticated, but it's also just very sweet. And I love it on a stack of books. I think it would work on a mantle. And it is a nice layer that you could put next to another larger vase or a hurricane like we have here. This candle snuffer, it is not necessarily a holiday object, but I think that the gold material here next to the candle makes it feel more holiday.
And the wicker catch-all is also, it's pretty subtle. It's nice.
Our dining spaces more than any other time of year. And we have gone big with what's happening in this dining look. And I am loving every single piece, starting with the beautiful tablecloth.
So if you recall with the McGee& collection, she added wreath to the windows and to the doors, and I think she's replicated that here as well. It's always a nice touch. It's a very subtle way of bringing in the holidays into your own home. I am not a fan of this table cover. This is the same pattern she has with the tree skirt and also the stocking. So for me, I would not repeat pattern twice, more than twice in the same room, and even maybe in the same house, honestly, because to me this is a lot. This is way too busy. And then I think she was going for that pattern on pattern look. So there is the flower look, and then there is the plaid look. It's just too busy. Does it look bad? No. Is it too busy for my own eyes and not really my favorite? I would say yes. I would probably go for something a little bit more simple.
It really just, I mean, when you walk in here, it is shouting holiday in the best possible way. I love.
And also it looks like a very cheap print, which makes sense. It's the Target collection, right? So it's cheaper. So if you buy something like this, I wonder how many wash you're gonna get out of it before it completely just fades off. So something to keep in mind when buying something like this.
This pattern so much that it's on a tablecloth and we also have it on a pillow. It is a perfect combination of all the holiday
I think I missed the pillow one. That's fine though.
colors, and it allows us to layer all sorts of different things on top of it. This runner is great because it looks good layered on top of this floral, but it would also look good on a table alone. We've incorporated these really pretty trees. I was inspired by a plaster texture applied to a tree shape, and you see that it has this great kind of vintage inspired feel and a matte texture, which pairs really well with
Yeah, the trees are really nice. They look very organic. Something you can always bring back year after year after year.
some of the more glam metals and glasses that we see during the holidays. It's not an overt dining table accessory. This could work on a mantle or a console table, but they look great on this table next to the arrangement, so you kind of build the height from the center down. I love to incorporate taper candles wherever I can, and a dining look is the perfect place to do it. And we've showcased these really beautiful brass taper candle holders, and I love that the green adds a holiday feel, but you could use these all year long. The actual place settings are stunning.
That's a beautiful place setting. She replicated this in the McGee& collection, but then she put it on the lighting, remember, in the dining room. And I think
Tapers over on the console behind the sofa. They're red and they have this really beautiful twist
this is really nice. It's very unique.
detail. And I love that the hurricanes work in the holidays and they feel like you bought them for the holidays, but then you could switch out the candle and it would work all year round. Textiles are a big one because I can take my classic furniture pieces, this beautiful slip covered sofa, this striped ottoman, and these really, really cool chairs, and bring a whole new look to them when I add in new pillows. This season, I was really inspired by maximalist pattern mixing, and this look doesn't incorporate a single solid. We just layered on the pattern, and it's all about mixing the scale and the textures. So we've got a plaid, a floral, and then this really
It's a nice combination. It's nice. I love this plate setting for sure.
because of this napkin. This detail isn't printed, it's embroidered, and it feels so luxe. And I love it sitting on top of these textured neutral plates. And these work all year round, and then it just takes it to a more holiday place when we add the beautiful layered textiles around them. One final touch. These platters, I love the red, I love the nostalgia. They're so great. They have this wavy edge detail, and
I have to agree. It's very unique. It brings in the holiday in a very subtle way. And I even feel like you can most likely get away with it throughout the year. So a lot of people might not notice the Christmas tree um, throughout the year. So if you want to leave it on the wall throughout, I think that's a bad idea at all.
I will use these for sand and also as a decorative detail on my walls. My newest collection for Target is pattern heavy and full of details. We've got scallops.
Well, there we go. I hope you all enjoyed this review. I really liked it. I think all in all, it was a really good collection. I did see some prints that look very cheap to me. I will be very careful not to buy something that you can't replicate year after year. For me, when I design or when I buy anything decor, I'm always very mindful of, is this something that I can keep using? Keep in mind you will not always get it right. Sometimes we impulsively buy things because it just looks beautiful in the moment, and that's fine too. But if you were to do like a collection of what you're buying for the holidays, keep in mind you really want to make it as, you want to make sure it's going to come with longevity, right? Something you can bring back year after year. But overall, it's the Target collection. It's way cheaper, it's affordable. If anything, go for whatever she did on the tree and buy that. And then this stocking also does a really good touch, the picture frame. I hope to see you all again in my next video, and I will catch you again soon. Bye.